made a marriage. What is this thing that Solomon, with all his wisdom, said that he does not understand? Because Solomon says that there are 3 things I don't understand, 4 things I can't comprehend. 1, the way of a serpent on rocks. 2, the way of an eagle up the sky. 3, the way of a ship on water. And 4, the way of love. If people would seek to understand this thing, we would not have people separating. Because if people would understand the damage that separation causes on marriages, and especially on children, people would never dare to part ways. But the Bible says that my people perish because of ignorance, because of lack of knowledge. And when we call them Mchungaji, and we tell them, come, let us reason together, let us hear some wise counsel together, we just find a handful. Because the devil knows that if a family stands, a school stands, a church stands, the society stands. And one of the ways of bringing down any society is hitting the family. Because that's a pillar. If you want to break this room down, don't concern yourself with the walls. Just hit the pillars. Hit the pillars and it will come down. You don't have to concern yourself with the walls. The walls will come down by themselves the moment you work on the pillars. And the society, the pillars of the society is family. And it is therefore very, very important of us to understand what was in the mind of God when he was creating a family. What was in his mind? What was going on in his mind? And you will find in the book of Genesis, in the creation story, God made the family and God made man as a representation of his kingdom. What is the By the way, I didn't say that my name is Ken Kura. And I didn't tell you that I come from Embu County, county number 14, the land of opportunities. Where we have the one and only unimpeachable governor in the Republic of Kenya, Martin Nyaga Wambora. You can't impeach Wambora. You can't impeach Wambora. Akiingia, wacha tu. Wacha tu amalize, aende zake. Now, allow me to tell you this. If you dig deeper into the creation story, you will come to realize that God made family to demystify what heaven is to man. And that is why you find the great teacher Jesus Christ, he kept on using so many examples, analogies about what people can see. Because a good teacher teaches you from known to unknown. He comes and tells you about the sower. A person akakuja akachukua mbegu akaenda kitapakaza. All of you know about mbegu na kutapakaza. Then if from there he brings the concept of the kingdom of heaven for you to understand that the kingdom of heaven is like this. Na anawaambia kuna wale ambao wanasikia neno inakuwa hivi. But first of all he uses examples that you know. So for God to be understood by humanity, he had first of all to create family. So that the structure of family can represent the structure of heaven. And he made man. Because God wanted man to understand the way you are dominant on earth, that is the way I am dominant in heaven. Are you getting it? To demystify the knowledge of heaven on earth, God has to make man. So he came and he created an ecosystem. Then from there, he put man in charge of that ecosystem. Just like the way you were koi hapa, hivyo ndivyo ninakuanga koi hivi guni. And later on, many years thereafter, Jesus Christ comes. And the disciples of Jesus, they come and ask him, how do we pray? Then he tells them, when you pray, pray like this. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. Let your kingdom come on earth, and may your will be done as it is. Let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. In other words, let the establishment of earth be like a mirror image of heaven. Are we together? Let the establishment of earth be like a mirror image of heaven. Now, like now in Kenya, we subscribe a lot to British culture. If you look at the way we put on lights, you flip the switch downwards. If you go to US, you flip the switch upwards to put the lights on. Do you know that? Ndio ni vizuri kujua vitu zingine usiende Amerika alafu uanze kusema kai huko kali hiti. Wewe ujui unazima wakati unafikiria unawasha. Wao kuwasha stima wanaweka juu. Sisi tunaweka chini. Why? Because we are colonies of Britain. So we do what our colonial masters do. We drive on the left side of the road. If you go to US, they drive on the right side of the road. Why? We do this because we are representation of our colonial masters. The earth is a colony of heaven. And what happens on earth should be a reflection of the colonial master, who is God, and heaven. Are we together? And that is why God made man. And God took time to make man. And from man, all humanity was formed. Even a woman was made from a man. Then from there, men were put on in seed. A man is a seed carrier. And that is why God first of all took time with man and explained to him what he should do on earth before he made a woman. Hello? Hello. God sat with a man, akamuexplainia. He gave him the blueprint. Na ndio unakuta shetani ananga vita na wamama. Shetani hastuliwi na wamama wakiwa kanisani wakiomba. Hastuliwi. Because he knows the person who was given the blueprint is the man. Na yule mtu ambaye anapaswa kuindana na yeye ni mwanaume. And that is why unakuta kwa hizi cathedral kuna mwanaume alinyemelewa na kashetani kasirikia mke wako ili wasiende hiyo dinner, because if there is one thing the devil knows, if I fight this I am able to conquer humanity. He's a man. He's a man. You are the one with the blueprint. Let me take it further. A woman came to help a man. Are we together? So shetani hana haja na msaidizi, ana haja na msaidiwa, kwa sababu anajua huyu ni yeye alipewa the blueprint na Mungu hapa duniani. Are we together? And that is why unakuta hata kitambo, we are saying even Jesus taught from known to unknown. Hata wakati watu walikuwa wanaenda kwa vita, wanawake hawakuwa wanauawa. Wanawake walikuwa wanashikwa mateka, na ndio walikuwa wanaitwa nyokafi. Na nyokafi matira asagerio. Kwani hamjui Kikuyu? Mimi am not a Kikuyu. Kweli. But it is true. Uliza wale watu wameuma chumvi. Nyokafi matira asagerio. Niki mata hiyo kila mtu anaelewa Kikuyu. Mata hiyo wokafi. Na mundu agoragwa uria nyina agorirwo. Wewe unanunuliagwo vile mamako alinunuliwa. Kama mamako alinunuliwa mbuzi 20, hauwezi pitisha hapo. Are you together? So nyokafi hakununuliwa, ndio tawe kiwatia hata hiyo na kidogo hata ile ndio ketia. Are you together? Walikuwa wanashikwa mateka, wamama na watoto wao wanauawa, walikuwa wanashikwa mateka, lakini wanaume walikuwa wanauawa. Similarly, the devil uses the same tactic. Anajua mama sitaua, vile nitaua huyu ili nishike huyu mateka. How? There is no woman ambaye anaweza kukula chakula ifika kwa tumbo akijua ya kwamba one of these three significant men in her life, either the father, the husband or the son, wamenalala kwa mtaro wakiwa wale. No woman. They will cry. And the devil knows the way to make a woman cry forever is not touching her. Touch the husband. You buy one, get one. Anakamata mmoja, huyo mwingine anakuja automatically. And that is why I want to challenge you. One day, do this experiment. Ita wanaume pale mbele kwa kanisa. Tell them to lift up their hands and they sing a worship song. The environment in the church changes. If you are spiritually sensitive, you realize the environment will change. Just by the reason of men lifting up their hands. Call men for Kesha and there will be breakthroughs in that church. The devil is never shaken by a church which is full of women. I'm not demeaning women in any way. But the devil is never shaken because anajua ni sawa. I have given them a reason to go to church, to cry for their husbands, to cry for their sons, to cry for their fathers. How many women today come to church and leave their husbands at home? Nafikirianga wanakuja huko kuambia Mungu asante. They know. Shetani anajua the way to deny God worship is to touch that man. So that your mama, instead of telling God thank you, worshiping God, ataenda hapa kusema kainori kana mudhuri wako. Wewe ni agomeirwo. Analia mpaka mnaona analia. Sasa nyinyi mnafikiria ati ni kuabudu. Kumbe ni kufinywa, amefinywa na Shetani. Sasa hapo hapa. Amefikishwa kwa kona na Shetani. And the day men will understand this, the day we will have a dinner for men to cause men to understand the important role that they hold in the society, that is the day the society will start getting liberated. that is the day society will become liberated. And I want to challenge you, the men who are here, pull another man, pull another man, pull another man. Have a movement of men. Organize even things like this for men. Organize outings for men. And when men stand, you can be sure the society will stand. That is why we keep on talking about boy child, boy child, boy child. Boy child hana shida. Shida ni boy child mkubwa. Shida ni boy child mkubwa. I read another book by Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he was saying, siku moja, he was shaving his beard. And he was standing in front of a mirror, book called He Motions. If you had your hand on it, please read it. And as he was shaving, he saw through the mirror his young son. So something came to his mind. What am I seeing? I'm seeing myself a few years back. Every man ukiona kaheka hapo unajionanga vile ulikuwa. Then he asked himself, but what is this boy seeing? And he told himself, this boy is seeing himself in the future. Are you getting it? That when I was young, I looked like him. But like a boy, when I grow up, I'll look like him. Are you getting it? Unfortunately, men have moved away from the mirror. It is women who have come and stood on the mirror. Enda, shika kijana yote wa Sunday school. Sunday tu, enda uchike kia brigade. Ukiulize, ukiwa nasari ulipelekwa shule nani? Mama. Nani anakulipianga fees? Mama. Mulikuja na nani? Mama. Nani alikuja mkutano wenu wa shule? Mama. Prize giving ilikuja na nani? Mama. When you grow up, ukitaka kuwa kama nani? Mama. That is why unakuta wanasuka nywele wakuwe kama mama. Because the only image they can see on the mirror is that of a woman. That is why we are having boys who are physically boys, but mentally women. Mahime na utimia mwingi. Gitari kani ndo mikari watirire. Kemo tumia. Mimi, I am self-contained. Kinashindwa. Sasa, they look at a woman, they don't see any difference. You know the reason why you got married is because you are different from your wife. You think differently. You look differently. You feel differently. That is why you look for a different person. If you felt the way your wife felt, you would not have married her. And that is what is ailing our society. Shida is your boy child. Shida is the bigger boys. The bigger boys. They have moved away from the mirror, looking for money. They have moved away from the mirror. Absentee fathers. Watu ambao, they are there, but they are not there. And that is why I'm telling you, the moment we understand the purpose of a family, then we will liberate this society. People perish because of ignorance. God made a family as the representation of what heaven is. And if you are to knit your family together, it is important to understand the following things. One, you came together because of a difference, not because of similarity. That is why you did not marry another man. It would not even cross your mind. How on earth? Because you looked for somebody, first of all, physically different from who you are. So ladies and gentlemen, we came together because we are different. We will not stay together by trying to become similar. We will stay together when we know the mature way of handling our differences. We are different in the way we think. We have different opinion. And let me tell you, the world would be very ugly if you are to leave two of you with a similar opinion. But then it's boring. Even in your spouse, I'm sure this is common because I'm also married. Unauliza mtu, umekihera kabisa bodi, ukakihera bodi fiu. And here sasa unaleta bodi hapa, na wewe sasa uwekelee yako hapa, we cross pollinate bodi zetu. Are you together? Alafu unakuja unauliza mtu, "Ni hapa bwana wao, wewe unaona atia?" Uona. Uona. Mpaka unashindwa. Then why are you here? Because to me, you should bring now a different body. Sitio, hii yangu, sasa tuangalie tuone, oh yako ni, yangu ni, what is the common ground? Which one is superior? You know, what is the common ground? How can this one marry with this other one? Are we together? That is what makes life sweet. It is difficult, it is boring to keep on being told, same. Oh, well. It's boring. It is boring. And that is one of the things that we need to master our differences. Allow me to spot 2 or 3 differences between us, men and women. Number 1, moyo wa mama is like a pool. is like a pool of water where everything gets mixed. If you take water uweke kwa glass, ukichukua sukari it dissolves and it becomes part of the water. Ukichukua rangi uweke ndani it dissolves and it becomes part of the water. Lakini moyo wa mwanaume is not a pool. Moyo wa mwanaume ni kama kitabu. It has got pages. Page 1, page 2, page, and men are able to separate issues. Women, they form a cocktail of issues. That's the difference. That is why there are many women here, including you, who are threatened by their mother-in-laws. Akinunua kivulana, unaanza kuona okay, yule anatikile kwenye nda. Kwa leo newe yule wiko hii nyokwa, yokulia kwa nyokwa. Unaona? Sababu sasa umeanza kusikia threat. But the mother-in-law is on this page. Wewe, you are on this page. You are invisible. Hakuna mahali unachanganyika. And my daughter is here. So I can love my daughter independent of you without affecting your love. And I can love my mother-in-law without interfering with your love. But a woman can only love one person at a time. That is why I usually caution men. Treat your wife positively. The day utasikia kwamba roho yake imegeuka ikaangalia huko,